Hey Stalkers, Evan from Stock Music Musician, and today we've got the 6 best sites for free loops and samples. These sites are chock-a-block with gigabytes of free samples to download, and I put this together in 2020, hoping that this is the freshest, best information available out there. But if you guys know of any other sites that offer even better samples and loops, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you recommend. I'm also going to say that this list probably is subject to change. One of my favorite sites of all time, Converse Rubber Tracks, just recently went down. Alas, rubber tracks, I knew thee well. I have no idea where it is. It used to be a massive menagerie of weird, wonderful samples. And now it's just sort of like, I'm assuming it'll pop up somewhere, and if you know where it is, let me know. Or if you know what happened, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, that's sort of the way it goes with these World of Samples. So I've got a whole list of the 6 best sites down below, links to take you to each of them. So just click through, and I try and get you as close as possible to the download page with those links, but it's not always possible. So in the rest of this video, I'm actually going to show you how you navigate to the download pages, because sometimes it's really confusing and you can probably save some time now. I also want to note that I kind of divide these videos into 2 different types of, or these sample libraries, to 2 different kind of classes. Most of them are really legit, royalty-free, professional libraries that you can 100% trust and rely on for your commercial releases. You're not going to get sued if you use their samples in a track. But then there's the last one, Free Sounds, which is gigantic. It's a massive database of user-uploaded sounds, and those you cannot truly trust to use in a commercial release, because anybody can put any music up there and claim that they created it, but that may or may not be true, and you would be the one that would be on the hook if, you got reported. One other thing I'm going to say is, as you go about acquiring all of these gigabytes of samples, I really recommend that you get the free piece of software, LoopCloud by Loopmasters, and there's a link down below, and this will help you automatically organize and sort all of your new samples by key, by BPM, by type of instrument, everything. It's a super incredible piece of software, and I think it comes with several free samples every day. So go check that out, because it's really powerful, and it's probably one of my favorite pieces of software at the moment. All right, so like I said, stay tuned for the actual walkthrough of these, and if you've got any comments, just let me know below. Be sure to like and subscribe for any additional wonderful music production. Okay, let's actually look at the 6 best websites for free loops and samples. The first one is available through this link. It's a special for people that support this channel, and it allows you to get 1 gigabyte of free samples and loops from Loopmasters, plus 20% off of your first purchase. So if you just go down below, you can actually get access to this free sample pack. It's amazing. It's got so many wonderful sounds, and I think you should really check it out, because I think Loopmasters is probably one of the best purveyors of sound. They've partnered with some of the best other libraries and producers of samples, and to get 1 gigabyte of samples in one download is just incredible, I think. It's a super simple, easy registration, just email, password, boom. So click that link. That's the #1 place to start. Similarly, LoopCloud by Loopmasters offers not only a wonderful way of managing all your samples and organizing it, but the free version, I think, gets you access to 5 samples a day, which is like, over time, that's just a ton of samples. So you need to go and sign up for LoopCloud, because not only will it help you manage all of these free samples that you've been downloading, but it will also get you access to a bunch of new free samples on a daily basis. And if you want to find out more about LoopCloud, it's actually, I've done a bunch of reviews. They'll just come up later in this playlist, and you can check that out. So then the next really good site for free loops and samples is Sample Magic. I love their sample packs. To find the free samples at Sample Magic, you just click on the link down below and then go to free downloads. Boom. And they've got all sorts of really cool sounds, from 808s and 909s, kicks, chords and samples, vocals, chops. I mean, this is awesome here. These are a lot of really usable sounds, so go get them from Sample Magic. I really like the quality of their samples. They also, apropos of nothing, have some really good just instructional material worth checking out. Now, this is going to be just, I want to take a second to pour one out for my favorite free library that doesn't seem to exist anymore. Converse, the shoe company, used to have this thing called Rubber Tracks, which had gigabytes and gigabytes of just free samples from bands just messing around. They had all sorts of really talented musicians come through and make weird stuff, and it was available, totally searchable, just an incredible experience. And it seems to have gone away off of the internet really just a few weeks ago, from what I can tell. But Splice, my understanding is that it's now available on Splice, but I think you probably have to be a Splice member to access it. Maybe you don't, and that would be great, but I am not sure. Nonetheless, Splice also has a bunch of really great free sample packs. If you just go to splice.com, click the link, then go to Sounds, and then go down to Free Sounds. These sample packs will help you get started, whether you want a chilled out or old school vibes. And again, I really recommend organizing all of these through the Loop Cloud loop and sample management software, which also gets you free samples. Before we go any farther, though, I want to know if there's any sites that you use for free samples and loops that I'm not covering here, because I think everybody's always trying to find the best sites for free samples and loops, and that changes from time to time. Like I said, Converse has gone offline. Sometimes these promotions aren't available anymore. Sometimes they're only available in certain ways, like with that Loop Masters link to get your gigabyte of free samples. So if you have any ideas, just let me know down below. Next, we've got producer loops. These are also some really good samples. You just go click the link down to producer loops and then go to free. Bada boom, bada bing. You've got all sorts of free stuff here. And finally, I think distinct from all of these, that this is sort of a sixth and bonus section. Everything that I've talked about up till now is sort of a reputable, royalty-free set of samples where you don't need to worry about anything legally. I mean, you got to read the license, but generally these companies, if you get the samples from them, you're fully entitled to use them in any way that you want, to use them in your own music, to profit from them, to remix them, to resample them, to tweak them, to twist them, and you can believe that they are genuinely protected, and they will protect you if you use them in your music. This last site, though, Free Sound, is an incredible resource for free samples, but you can't truly trust that anything here is legally available to sample, because anybody can upload samples and you have the right to use it, but you can't really guarantee that the person that has uploaded the music really had the right to do that. And so you could get into trouble if you use some of these samples in your own music down the line. But just to show you, you go to Sounds, and then you can search for, sure, we've got Brazil here, right? Let's just click on that. City Atmosphere. And it's a 10-minute recording of a street in Belo Horizonte on the 14th floor. But here you've got Ave Maria in Portuguese, people singing that. You don't really know if somebody else has a right to that recording or what. So as cool as this is, and it's super cool, and I would totally recommend you guys explore it, you just need to be really careful if you're going to use this for music licensing. I hope you found this roundup of the 6 best sites for free loops and samples helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more useful music making content, and let me know how I can help you pursue your passion for making music. Thanks.